on, guys? It's Nick with the Hungry Handgunner. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to start a new video type and we're just going to call it Tailgate Talks. I know, real original, tailgate. So these kind of videos we're going to do more just kind of like, it's obviously just going to be talking. I mean, I guess I could shoot from here, but not going to shoot today. So I know it's been a little while since I made a video. I was actually on vacation with my family. Went up to Virginia to see my father-in-law, stuff like that. Had a really good time. But everything's good. We're back. I will tell you that road tripping with kids, because I work night shift normally at my normal job, we drove through in the middle of the night. So I got little kids, and that worked actually really good. And then I switched my schedule while we were up there and drove back during the day, and not so good. But it was still a good trip. But if you got young kids, seriously consider driving through the night, because that worked. So what I want to talk today about is just some things to look for in a carry gun and what I look for in a carry gun. Ever since I started carrying a handgun, starting way back when I was 21, so 8 years ago. Yeah, you hear that? That's the air suspension compensating for my fat ass sitting back here. Sorry, it scared me a little bit. I wasn't really going to address it, but you would have heard it in the video, so yeah, there it is. Anyways, started carrying a handgun at 21, and I think I was carrying like a officer size 1911 from High Standard, 45 ACP 7+1. Not great, but it worked. But over time, as I started getting more civilian training for firearms, kind of cater to the self-defense crowd instead of the military and law enforcement side of things, I started to change my priorities on what was important to me in a handgun, and that continues. Just a few years ago, I would have been a-okay leaving the house with my M&P Shield. That's not to say the Shield's not a good gun. It's just I've kind of shifted how I think about things. So, for instance, my carry gun these days is a Glock 19X. I carry with the 17 round flush fitting mag in it. It is hot. We'll go ahead and clear it. I mean, it's my carry gun. I carry with the flush fitting 17 round mag in it, and then normally I have one of the 19 rounders as a backup. So, as far as what makes a good carry gun for me, I like to be able to get a full firing grip on the gun. I don't like having a pinky dangling off or anything like that. I like to be able to get a full grip on the gun. I need to be able to control it when I'm shooting fast. So getting those rapid follow-up shots off and just being able to control, especially at distance, anything past like 15, 20 yards, I want to be able to hit that target, and I want to be able to hit it fairly quickly. Now this one is a fairly recent thing for me. I used to not care about having the ability to mount lights or lasers until I started actually getting some training with a light on it and practicing, from the draw, presenting, getting the light on, and being able to do that with my off thumb or, weak hand with that index finger or trigger finger, strong hand. So basically one or two-handed operation of the light, and realizing, at nighttime, it is very important to be able to identify that potential target or that potential threat. So, there's a saying that lights on guns save lives, and I firmly believe that. You don't want to go putting holes in somebody or something that doesn't need them put in there. Sorry, I'm a little sniffy, guys. It's Georgia and the pollen is out. The other thing that's important to me on a carry gun, night sights. They really do. I mean, if you take just a standard white 3-dot configuration and you go out in a dimly lit environment and then you take a gun with night sights, it's a lot easier to see those sights. Now, as far as what pattern, do you really need 3 dots or just the front sight? I won't tell you what to do there, but it's important to me to have some sort of tritium illuminated night sights. They last a long time, and they do a good job of letting you still acquire those sights in a low light environment. So those are the features. The other things, it needs to be a reliable gun. I need to be able to trust that that gun is going to work. Now, obviously, it's a mechanical innovation. They can and do fail. And if you're getting the range time in, you can kind of gauge how that's going to go most of the time, and practice clearing malfunctions and all that good stuff. But I need to be able to trust that the gun is going to work. So, and a lot of your major manufacturers, they have really good quality control. You're probably going to be okay with that. I go with Glock simply because this is what works. It's no secret that I am a Glock fan. I wouldn't say fanboy, but I am a fan of Glock, and I've had good luck with them. But I've also had good luck with M&Ps and things like that. Anyway, I digress. If I'm carrying a striker-fired gun, I do not want any kind of manual safety on that firearm. I know there's different schools of thought, and I'll just kind of explain where I'm coming from on that. The last thing that you want to have to do in a situation where you fear for your life is have that extra step. And I know that somebody's going to come on here and say, if you train for it, it'll work. Maybe, and I sincerely hope that it does if that's what you do. Based on what I've seen on force training, it's very common to forget to engage that safety or disengage that safety and be able to get that gun in action. And that could be a potential lethal mistake. So for me, I just don't want to have it. I want to be able to pull the gun, get it on target, and go to work. But I understand the other side of that. This is just my opinion, guys. Let's see, holsters. I need to be able to find holsters for it. Most of the time, I did a review on this one. It's that Lucky Coyote Kydex Appendix. 99% of the time, this is what I carry in. But there are times where I want to carry either a strong side, or if I'm out doing something, having a range day with friends or something like that, I might even go to an outside the waistband. So I like being able to have a couple different holster options for that gun. That's just me. I like being able to find accessories. I'm trying to think. Ammo capacity. This one isn't a huge deal for me, and I don't really have a scientific formula for why I feel this way, but I feel comfortable with anything with 15 rounds or more. I like to think that I'm going to get them first shot and everything's going to be great if I need that gun, but just realistically that's probably not going to happen. And I like having the ability to have more ammunition than I would potentially need if it came down to it. So capacity on the 19X is 17 plus 1 with the flush fitting, 19 plus 1 with the extended magazines that come with it. The reason I carry a spare mag isn't so much for the ammo capacity, it's because most of the failures that I have had with semi-automatics, modern semi-automatics, have been something to do with the magazine, where a simple magazine switch gets that gun back in the fight. So no, I don't really think I'm going to need 19 additional rounds in a self-defense situation. I mean, I might. You just don't know, Hopefully not, but if you did, it's there. If your magazine goes down, it's there. But that's kind of a off-topic thing. Magazines for Glocks are readily available. That's the other thing I look for in a carry gun. How hard is it to get the magazines? You can find Glock magazines in most gun stores, and definitely you can find them online. Carry caliber. I carry a 9mm. I carry a 9mm because it works for me. I'm satisfied with the terminal ballistics that, these 124 grain HSTs, I think they're acceptable. I also understand the argument for 45 and etc. But for me, the big thing with carry caliber is, can I get ammunition and can I afford to practice with it? So I'm a blue collar guy. I'm a dad. I work hard for what I earn, and I take care of a family. So like the 357 SIG offers superior ballistics in almost every way to the 9mm. I can't afford to practice with 357 SIG. So I go with a caliber that I can afford to get out there and practice with, that's still going to offer acceptable terminal ballistics. And that's really it, guys. I don't have too much more than that. I'm going to try to get out tomorrow and make some more videos for you guys, but I did just want to let you know that everything's fine. I got a couple messages from people just wanting to know. Yeah, we were just on vacation, so I'll probably try to let you guys know in advance next time if I'm not going to be making videos for a little while. I don't want anybody worried, but that did mean a lot. So if you have any questions or about things I didn't cover as far as carry guns and what I look for in them, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. Also, there's going to be a bubble coming up on the right hand side of your screen. That's a subscribe button. If you want to see some more of my musings and sometimes humorous stuff, please consider subscribing. It really does mean a lot as we grow the channel. As always, guys, stay safe, keep shooting. See you later.